Previously on Turtle Crossing, we learned a very stinky lesson about not overflowing our holding tank. Because we needed to pump out ASAP, we also needed to address a problem we had discovered with our pump-out deck fitting. Christopher handled that problem, and I looked into a separate leak we had discovered under our toilet. The boat projects never stop, but this episode, we tackle some more fun projects out in the beautiful sunshine. Hey, my name is Sarah, and this is my husband Christopher. Join us as we begin the adventure of a lifetime with our son William aboard our floating home, Mr. Turtle. When we bought this boat, there was surround sound speakers everywhere. There were speakers here, there were speakers there, speakers in the corner. Oh yeah, there was also one in that corner. And as nice as that was a couple years ago, now we have Bose sound system, which I don't even know where it is. It's so small. Oh, it's here. So that's enough to make music on our whole boat. So, and William is very loud too. And the other thing was it was attached to a stereo.
So I am removing the old Discman because we play music from our phones. I don't have any CDs left to put in here, so we're trying to free up as much space as we can because yeah, as soon as I get rid of this, it's just going to be a hole and it looks probably better with it in, but as soon as we free up enough space,
it's just little pockets of things that we don't need.
Here, space there,
so yeah, so with all of this, like this is now holding like more cans and stuff back there, and then this one we could even make a charging shelf or something like that. So it's just why lose the space to something that we're not using when we could be using the space with stuff that we are using.
Parents just came and took our son, so we have the day to do some repairs. So on our intermediate cruising course, we broke our door, just fell off the hinge a little bit, stripped the wood out, the old wood. So we are going to drill those old holes out, plug them, and pilot drill them, and get this back attached. But that's our first task of the day. Did you get started?
A long list of things.
No, it's long, yeah. The top here looks pretty loose. I'm not sure if it has always been that bad or if it's just damaged because the bottom's been hanging for maybe a couple of days.
There's so much tension on it.
So we might have to plug all four and then re-screw them, but I'm going to take it out to start with anyways.
It'll be easier to work on it.
And get it off. That's why it looks pretty stripped because it's just spinning.
Yeah, it was 30 knots of wind, and every time the door would be open, we couldn't see our knot meter or the depth sounder. So we didn't know how fast we were going, and people wanted to know, so we kept trying to close it, slam it.
So that hole looks pretty okay. This one looks a little worn and tired. These two are definitely tired and in need of replacement. So let's get started. So this was a bag of plugs that were left on the boat from the previous owner, and it's come in extremely handy because we've used them on numerous occasions. I'm looking for like the smallest plugs there are. These ones look smaller than the ones that we normally use, so
these ones are pretty, yeah,
I think I'll use those. I've seen them for sale at the chandlery as well. I think they're pretty common for boating, but
well, we have to plug so many, like even we still have holes that we need to address, like these need a plug. This one's already been plugged. When we laid the seats, we filled these ones. We plugged the screws and chiseled the top piece off and sanded it all. And then I've just been using teak oil and not varnish, and I really like how these ones turned out. The finish on that is so nice.
I'm measuring one of these guys. So I haven't used these little plugs before, so I didn't know what size they were. They are quite a bit smaller than the ones that I was using, so I measured the end, and it is 315 thou, which is 5/16.
So if you didn't have that fancy vernier there, you couldn't do this job, right?
Just go home. You're fucked. Dead in the water.
If you don't have a fancy vernier, you can't sit with us.
You can't be a sailor, that's for sure.
Get yourself a vernier.
Well, I'm sure when you bought these, yeah.
Get yourself 3 verniers. You should probably have at least 3 on board.
Well,
So
actually,
super. It's probably the only thing you really need for
Well,
sailing.
how deep is it? Let's find out. Okay, so let's get to work. Stop fucking around.
I'm not fucking around. I'm being very serious. Check out the view though, guys. It's beautiful today. It's a little breeze. You can see the flags going. Did you have a drill that was the correct size?
Yeah, this one. I just did a whole thing for you, explaining that.
I wasn't listening. I was too busy making fun of you.
Bye, eye, feeling bad?
Are you putting your hand back there in order to catch it when it comes through?
Just feeling how far I've come down. Yeah, I guess. Well, we're gonna do the third one as well, but not the fourth.
You can tell William's been like kissing this screen. It's covered in like sunscreen and little lip marks. So he's gonna take it out there to do some work now.
Oh, I made a mess.
Because he made a giant mess after I already scrubbed the entire cockpit. Oh, didn't even really need to hammer it.
No, it's not good. Done.
Easy. Easy peasy. I think it'll be okay. Here's the lid. It helped. Good job. On to the next project. So this thing is our vent, and it is just above the washroom, the head, and it leaks like crazy. We have like full buckets of water every time it rains. So we're gonna take it off. I'm gonna sand it, make it pretty looking, and then we'll bed it and put it back down again, and hopefully it won't leak. I can't remember, he gave us a list of stuff that we needed to fix and look at, and that might have been on the list.
This was for sure.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, this one is leaking also, and because that's Christopher's corner right there on the V berth underneath, that is something else we need to look at. This job is right next to the hammock. I could just lie in the hammock.
Sure.
Do you want me to unscrew them?
Step 1 complete.
This is fiberglass. This is where the vent is, and this is where the vent goes down into the head.
So the water should drain out of here, like all the water that goes into this pipe, which is mounted there, should drain out of here, but it's coming out through this hole. So I don't know how well in this piece is. So I'm gonna go down below and do it from the head and see if we can set this better so that the water drains here and not into the head.
It's like a bug paradise in there.
Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this. Sarah, you're gonna clean up that board for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna see.
This is our head. We have it taken apart a little bit now because I was looking for that outlet and also chasing some wires. but then we got sidetracked with this job. So this is where it's leaking from. And we have a bowl here. It rained yesterday, it filled the bowl completely up. So, not a good enough seal. Let's figure out why.
I see it in your eyes. Yeah, I can read the signs. You need to get away. It's time we make a change. Oh, you know you'll always have me. Baby, I will always stay with you. So put your trust in me. We'll work it out, you'll see. If we get in a car and drive someplace far, yeah, we could go for a ride. The two of us, we don't have to stop. Baby, let's go for a ride. You and I, let us run over.
So I just sanded the table. You can still see some of the greasy marks on it, but I don't want to take off too much. So hopefully the teak oil will help hide that. Let's do some oiling. For the last little while, every time we had people over, I was starting to be like not embarrassed, but like I didn't want to open up our table because I knew it had all kinds of little stains on it, and it's such a little feature that the first time when we saw it when we got the boat, I was like, oh, that's a nice table. So I just want to keep it looking nice if I can. Oh, careful, the whole ceiling's moving. There we go. Keep going. Got it. Yummy. That's bad because it looks like it's like leaking into the like, yeah. We were just about to leave to go and get a few parts, and we sort of ran into Daniel, who owns the boat that's kind of directly behind us here. Not kind of, it is. The boat's name is Camelot, yeah, and he's been sailing a while. He also takes his boat out probably more than anybody in the marina put together. So Chris said, do you want to ask him for some advice about the vent, the cowl vent that we're fixing? Yeah. He came over, took a look at our vent, and gave us some advice about how to reseal it. Hopefully the marine silicone that we've got is not bad, but we're gonna test it. But also, we had been wanting to replace one of our blocks with one that swiveled. The yellow line here is our reefing line, and we needed a swivelly block, and he had a couple, and he just gave them to us. So that was really nice because they're about $100 plus a piece, and it's not that we wouldn't have replaced it, it's just where you can save some money, it's nice to be able to do that. So we're filling this interior gap between the ceiling, I guess this is the companionway roof, I don't know. But if water's coming in through here, then it'll probably drain into that gap. It's a really hard spot to fill. Good job, Christopher.
Got me acting out. You, oh,
tenderness is out the window. What you do to me when the cold bites blue is straight cool. Oh, it has to be you leaving writings on the wall. Promised me roses and a hungry haze, but now there's only madness. Got me feeling dusty. Got me feeling dusty. I can't even whisper and it's hard to see. Don't take my hand and wake me. And tell me it's a dream. A dream. Worst kind you've ever dreamed. Don't wanna lay another night here. Don't wanna walk another mile. I just can't. Please don't make me do it. I got too much to lose. I've got too much to lose. Too much to lose. Now lay me in the wilderness to dry up bits of your sweet.
The plugs have set. We chiseled them off, sanded them down. Sarah stained the door while we had it off, just because it was easier. So now I'm going to find out where these go, probably just like that, and then pre-drill holes. One done. Sarah just remembered that she has a peekaboo on her romper, and she got burned pretty bad. Come on, Swoon.
The sun is strong.
The sun is strong.
I see it in your eyes.
Another successful boat work day in the books. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed editing this one. The companionway door was fixed, and the leaky cowl vent was sealed and restored. Aside from my sunburn, it was a pretty amazing day.
You'll always have me. Baby, I will always stay with you. So put your trust in me. We'll work it out, you'll see. If we get
Join us next time for another sailing adventure.
far.